Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Ready to Love, Season 11, Episode 2.
I need you to subscribe, like, share, comment, and all the above. Blair, you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Tommy tells the bottom four they will attend a second mixer, a first impression do-over. But by the end of the night, 6 more singles will join the other 4 at the second mixer.
Yeah.
Then tomorrow, 2 singles will leave.
Yeah, I don't like this whole bottom 4 thing. It puts the bottom 4 in a bad position, in my opinion, rather.
Yeah. So Chris is asking Donna if she can spill the beans on what the ladies think about him. Tell me if I'm going home.
You see what I mean?
Donna at this point feels like he's more into staying here than getting to know her. Cardi was awkward as well in his conversation with Ashante. Ed and Nicole have a talk. She, of course, had a crush on him in undergrad. He is open to having more kids. She wants to have children. And Ed is thinking that Nicole was always a homie, but he is liking her energy.
Do you think, from a girl perspective,
yeah,
do you think if a guy always viewed you as the homie that, maybe he may give you a chance at, being a lover instead of being the homie?
I just don't see it happening. I'm not going to say it won't happen for them because the whole cast is beautiful, but they're two very attractive people. So I'm not going to say never. But if you just never view that person in that light, and I don't know, I just can't see it making the switch in somebody's head. I think they kind of put somebody in a box for a lifetime.
Yeah, so. I think for me personally, when I view, because I have some homies that are female and things of that nature, they ain't never getting out that box. You know what I'm saying? And that's not even because I'm married. It's just like, I view you as really the homie, So I think they can work, but I think a lot of Ed's thinking got to change when it comes to Nicole.
But I will say he seems open to it.
Yeah.
He does seem open to it. And Chris, I think that instead of asking Donna for the tea, I think he should have been asking Donna about herself. You don't want to put it out there that you're desperate to stay.
I am desperate to stay, though.
Just have good conversations. And unfortunately, Cardi, he was struggling the whole mixer. Just forming conversations and trying to talk to people. I don't know if it was nerves or if he just really has a hard time with conversation. I really couldn't tell.
I think speed dating is a hard thing to do. Right?
I would agree. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Yeah, speed dating is fun. Speed dating is very hard to do, right? People take forever to talk about themselves. Yeah. And now you have to basically do the spark notes of yourself in less than 5 minutes or so. So I think this is a hard thing to do, especially since they've been filmed as well.
Yeah, so Tommy returns to talk to the ladies and the guys. We get our bottom 6. It's Cardi, Chris, and Xavier.
Yeah.
And the women were Diamond, Christina, and Ashante. Were you surprised by any of those people on the bottom?
Maybe Diamond.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised by Diamond too because I thought that she seemed like very easygoing. I thought that she had great conversations with people, so I didn't really know kind of like why they put her at the bottom, unless it was just an attraction issue.
I think with guys, that's why I'm like, when it comes to the bottom, people can have great conversation, but with guys, we kind of like, okay, how do you look like? What do you look like? Maybe it is an attraction thing, but also for guys, unless you show yourself to be weird or unless you show yourself that Chris is basically showing his hand and say, hey, what are the girls are saying? Girls can be like, it's an attraction thing too. You get what I'm saying? Especially when it's a speed dating type of environment.
Yeah. So we get to the second mixer. Christina likes Chris's effort.
Okay.
He seems to have a signature scent. She can smell him. He smells good. He's clean and well put together.
Nice.
The ladies think Devon is just like a whole new person today. He came in dressed up and he looks more relaxed and confident.
He did look relaxed and confident.
Yeah. Richie tells Dominique that she needs to smile more, and she was not feeling that. Whew. Cardi and Dominique are talking. She's laughing at his jokes. He puts his arm around her, and she really is feeling that. I will say that Richie, he just looked like a big teenager in a room of adults. Yeah. And I don't want to necessarily say tattoos and stuff like that because I have tattoos, but I think just his aura about him, even that comment was childish. Like, get to know somebody, hold a conversation. Yeah. And it just felt like he was just looking at the women like, okay, who am I going to holler at? You know what I'm saying? It just didn't feel like he was trying to build a genuine connection.
There's many ways that you can get your point across, but there's also wrong ways to get to that point. he could easily just say, you have a beautiful smile. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that usually gonna make somebody smile. Now, if you tell someone they have a beautiful smile, like you are beautiful, you have a beautiful smile, and they say, thank you. You know what I mean? And they mugging you, then they are missing the cues of, you know what I mean, like smile. You know what I mean? So I think, here's the thing about it, right? I do think there is something to, hey, you do look better when you smile, but it's not for me, the stranger, to say that in that way. Just compliment her smile. That's all.
Yeah. Xavier is talking to Emily about how busy he is, how he doesn't really have time to commit to one thing. That's probably why he's single, why he's here. She actually had to excuse herself from the conversation. She told him, I have to go over there.
Yeah, he wasn't doing good.
He was like, the conversation was going so good. I'm sure he thought it was because he was talking about himself. Yeah. But you talking about how you're such a busy, important person.
It doesn't
It doesn't bid well for connection.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Cardi is asking how people feel about having friends of the opposite sex. Richie says that he has over like 1,000 female friends, and Dominique was taken aback because that's a lot of friends.
Yeah, and that's what you mean when you say like that teenage mentality. You don't have 1,000 female friends, my guy. Like it just and it, even so, why would you even give that information? But I think it's I'm gonna look cool, I'm gonna seem cool. Look at all the females I have around me. But you're on the show with everybody else. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think, for one, I don't really like the question at this point, but I'm not going to give Cardi any flack for it about how do you feel about friends of the opposite sex. I think you need to worry about, hey, man, get yourself out the bottom and things like that, because truth be told, you're not really in a position to judge anybody at this point. But Richie over here talking about he has 1,000 female friends. That doesn't sound good to anybody.
Yeah, and even if he's like, you guys don't take me so literal. We're not your friends though. Yeah. Like we don't know you. So, and you coming out, and that's the thing with, I think some of these people, they want to be the cool person so bad that they miss the fact that you're trying to connect with somebody else. It's true. Not so much about you putting off how great you are and people flocking to you. It's about you making an effort to get to know people. And I will say, Devon, even in his confessional, he was saying like, I'm a cool guy. Like I'm smart. I'm do well for myself. I work out. And those are the things that you say to yourself to build yourself up. So that way you can make a good impression and have great conversation with the people you're talking to. So that way you don't feel small.
Facts.
But it's not something that you show them how great you are. So that way that they come and tell you how great you are. If you follow me. Yeah. Now, being at the bottom ended up hurting Devon's pride.
Of course.
His mission today is to really connect with the women and show who he is, and he is giving his best self to the ladies today.
And that goes to your point right there about, hey, he went to himself and said, you know what, that hurt. You know what I mean? But he didn't go around like Chris did, say, what are y'all saying about me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or basically, like, why am I at the bottom? I'm cool. He don't have to tell nobody that he's cool. Just be cool.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I find it very interesting that in this mixer and things like that, remember when they had in Philly where they had them people out in that sun sweating and things of that nature? They were like, yeah, we're not going to do that.
They got them inside.
We're not going to do that no more.
Well, you know? Inside, outside. They were kind of on the patio.
You know what I mean? I get it. But, like, that's what I'm saying. In the middle of the summer in Philly, y'all set a lot of people up to fail. You know what I mean? But I like the fact that Devon basically said, you know what? Maybe people didn't connect with me because I didn't give them an opportunity for them to really see me.
Yeah.
I'm going to make myself be seen for real because I'm at the bottom. I have to do it. You get what I'm saying?
Emily thought Cardi looked really great today, and he stood out. So Tommy ends up returning, talking to the ladies. Yeah. And we figure out who are at the bottom for the guys.
Uh-oh, who is it? It's
Richie and Xavier. Richie was sent home. And I knew it.
I knew Richie was going to go home. I knew it.
He really wasn't connecting, making good impressions. Yeah. I think that he... Like I said before, I think that he was more so wrapped up in the fact that he's that guy and not really seeing who was that woman for him. Yeah.
Same.
Now, one of the ladies will be going home, so they have to spend some more time talking to the guys.
Okay, let's see.
Devon's impression of Ashante is that she's standoffish. He asks her, judge me, tell me what you think about me. And she talks... Basically, he asked her to see if she was attracted to him. And she said, I'm more so attracted to somebody who's like a boss, like who's in charge. She doesn't really care if a man is pretty, and she's big on energy. Okay. So she didn't really answer his question, but she answered it in her way. And that pretty much is what it is.
Did you like her answer though? Basically of the guy that she's into. I'm into a boss. I'm into basically a masculine man, a man.
I just don't like when people talk like that because it just sounds like very like pimpish to me. I don't know why. Like
a boss.
Like I'm just like, because you're talking to another person. And I think that sometimes people in dating, they kind of put some type of like fantasy filter over the best or amazing or the strongest or the most masculine guy. And at the end of the day, you're talking to another person who's just a person at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. So I get that is something that she likes, but that doesn't really help you get to know who somebody is if they are a good match for you.
And I hope for your sake, you don't miss out on some good men.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because you're looking for the boss. Let me tell you something about a boss, right? You think a boss, if you want to put him in that title and things of that nature, is just go boss everybody but you? Mm-hmm. Be careful being with a boss, because he's not going to go and rule the world and then be dominated in his house.
Right.
He's going to rule his house the same way he ruled the world. So make sure you look for, even though he may have them boss tendencies and things of that nature, look for somebody that's compassionate. Look for somebody who's a good listener, someone who's willing to empathize and sympathize with you. Because trust me, you do not want a guy who basically want to rule the world. Because I never met a guy who want to take over the world and be like, I'm good with my house just being however it is.
Right.
No, he gonna rule everything that he come across.
Diamond finds Xavier to be secure in who he is, and that's attractive to her. And she tells him to take her number.
Okay, just in case.
He likes her, but there's really not much of a romantic connection there.
Okay.
Devon calls Dominique his boo. He is, enjoying spending time with her. She cleans off his lip. He even tries to lean in and kiss her.
Yeah, I think
he thought they were in that space, but she tells him, "You got to feed me first," or something.
Yeah. Come on now.
But the thing is, it did seem like the perfect moment. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it was. but listen, let me tell you why it wasn't. Right?
Okay.
She's on TV, and she don't want to be seen as that easy.
But didn't it seem like that's the natural next step? I felt it.
I ain't feel it,
okay.
But I'm just saying it. I can see right now, we on TV, we got the cameras in front of her, and if we was, because we both grown, if we was somewhere else privately where there was no cameras, then maybe. But if you kiss somebody in this moment, this early, you're basically saying no to everybody else.
That's true.
And it's kind of putting you in a position to where it's like, do I want to really be connected to this person this early? You get what I'm saying? Like, that's why you like, feed me first. You get what I'm saying? If you really want me, I'll still be here. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I didn't really see the rejection as a rejection.
No, this is like a later.
I wouldn't have did what he did, but he told himself he's cool, and he thought, you know what, this is what cool guys do. You know what I mean? I feel you.
Now, at the previous mixer, Xavier asked, what's her name? Christina, her age. She wasn't feeling that, and she does apologize to him for her reaction. But he tells her it's a new day. He's not tripping off that.
Yeah, Christina, let me tell you something. Let me just be real. Ever since I was little, I was always told it's impolite to ask a woman her age, right? Mm-hmm. And now that I'm older, and when you're little, you really don't have any room to argue that.
Yeah.
But now that I'm older, that rule always been stupid. I never believed in that rule and also I never got, because I grew up in church, I never got people who lie about their age. You see people with gray hair and all this stuff, and they say, I'm 25. And I'm just like, that's weird to me.
Yeah.
All of it is weird to me, right? And the fact that you're not even that old to be in that category of don't ask me about that age, and you had that reaction, I already kind of took her off my block right there. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like, you're weird. You know what I mean? I can ask you about your age because, number one, we're dating, and number two, I want kids, and I need to know how old you are. You get what I'm saying? There's nothing rude about asking someone, especially if y'all both adults, how old you are. Exactly. I got a little passionate.
No, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I think too, last season in Philly, when the one girl didn't want to say her age, but then she want to say it when she on the chopping block.
Exactly.
And I'm just like, no, just tell. I mean, you don't have to tell anybody your age if you don't want to, but
just know I'm gonna view that's weird.
But I think it's silly to not answer the question when you're amongst peers.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Diamond pulls Chris for a chat. He is talking about how he wants a strong woman by his side. Christina walks by talking about how good he smells. She tries to pull him for a conversation, ends up hugging his neck, and Diamond asks for a little bit more time with him one-on-one. Mm-hmm. Dominique plops herself right on in there and starts changing the conversation because y'all ain't talking about nothing. I'm trying to get my time in.
That's true.
And honestly, I mean, I would have liked for Diamond to have her moment, but hey, it's the game.
It's the game.
Yeah. Tommy returns to talk to the guys. Ashante was having a hard time opening up to people. And that is something that she was saying through her commentary throughout the episode, is that it takes her a while. She kind of has to, get comfortable, assess the situation, which I definitely relate to. But in this atmosphere, it can do you a disservice.
It can.
Yeah. So the guys aren't having much of a romantic spark with Diamond. The bottom ladies are Ashante and Diamond, and they end up sending Diamond home.
I feel bad for Diamond, but at the same time, the game is the game. I thought she was cool enough to make it at least past the first round.
I thought so too.
But, the game is the game. Hopefully she finds a connection out there in Detroit somewhere. Anything else?
That's all I got.
Oh, one question. Give me a percentage of you knowing the name with the faces. How good are you right now?
Not good. 20%.
You're 20?
Probably just because
I'm probably 60.
I only know the people that we saw this episode. The people from the first mixer.
Yeah.
I can't remember them people's names.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like 60.
Okay.
I'm like 60. I lied to say I think I was like 75 or 70.
Yeah.
But I'm like 60.
Okay. We getting there.
I might be 40.
Okay.
Subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. We see y'all.
Bye.